You have bond conditions. This is not the first time. This is not the second time. This is not the third time that you've had bond violations. How many is
This
this?
is the sixth time I've been here in the past 45 days.
Am I supposed to let you go after 6 times? Mr. Stewart.
Welcome back to another jaw-dropping courtroom breakdown. Today we're diving into a bond violation case that spirals into chaos. Hurricane weather, family drama, 6 prior violations, and one defendant who just can't seem to follow the rules. On one side, we have a man claiming desperation during a deadly storm. On the other, a judge who's heard excuse after excuse. And this time, patience is running thin. Was this a genuine act of survival, or yet another reckless decision? Stick with us, because what unfolds in this courtroom is part tragedy, part drama, and part lesson in how the justice system weighs human struggle against hard law.
You entered the exclusion zone on 7/8 at 9:08 a.m. You left at 9:13, entered again at 3:57 a.m. There was a curfew in this case, was there not?
Yes.
Here's where things get tricky. The defendant admits to breaking curfew, claiming he had no choice but to seek shelter at his sister's house because of the hurricane. But let's be real, bond conditions aren't optional. They're strict rules set by the court to ensure compliance. And this isn't his first slip-up, it's one of many. What do you think? Should emergencies like natural disasters make exceptions, or do the rules stay firm no matter what?
And if you would, Judge, if you're anything like me, you have a tank of goodwill that can run empty. And you've given us more than we deserve in this case. Hurricane Beryl, this was the height of when Hurricane Beryl was coming through the neighborhood.
Who in their right mind is supposed to be out in the hurricane at 4 a.m?
His power had gone out. He learned that his sister had a generator. And so that's where he was, that's the address. It's his sister's home where there was a generator that could provide some cool air. And that's what was happening in this case. But there's no excuse. He understands what his bond conditions was.
Let me ask you this. Was he allowed to be at the house that he went to?
Not according to his bond.
I had nowhere to go. It's hot.
So what? Everybody else in Houston still doesn't have power. 1 million people still don't have power. Still, to this very moment.
This is where the judge lays it out. Yes, life is hard without power, but millions of people were suffering too. And they didn't all violate bond conditions. That's the heart of this case, balancing empathy for someone's struggles with the responsibility to uphold the law. Should courts be more flexible during disasters, or does that just open the door for excuses?
And they're dealing with it.
Did you contact pretrial services to let them know where you were going?
Yes.
When did you do that?
Yesterday.
Okay, but you didn't do it
Days
before you went.
I called them. They wasn't answering the phone.
Okay.
I got pictures.
I don't care
screenshots.
about calling Jesus.
Yeah.
It don't matter who you're calling and what's your excuse. You have bond conditions. This is not the first time. This is not the second time. This is not the third time that you've had bond violations. How many is
This
this?
is the sixth time I've been here in the past 45 days.
And here it is, the 6th bond violation. 6. At this point, it's no longer about just one bad decision during a storm. The pattern is undeniable. Judges look for consistency in behavior, and repeat violations scream one thing: I don't take these rules seriously. How many chances should a court give someone before enough is enough?
Am I supposed to let you go after 6 times? Mr. Stewart.
To be fair, the first time was my first appearance, so that was just a regular court date.
You know, we all have to deal with very stressful situations. We are all we all deal with the stress, and really 1 million people still, or I gotta imagine it's hopefully less now,
I
but
still don't have lights.
so many other people don't.
Sure.
But that doesn't give you the right to go where you're not supposed to go. And not only have I ordered you not to be out in the middle of the night, but the police and everybody else told you, stay at home. Don't go out in a hurricane.
Notice the judge's frustration here. She's not just enforcing law, she's trying to prevent harm. During a hurricane, being outside isn't just a bond violation. It's life-threatening. But instead of focusing on survival, the defendant frames it as needing air conditioning. That makes his excuse sound weaker. Would you call this a desperate act of survival or a reckless gamble?
And yet, you go out. It's not goodwill. You know, I mean, Mr. Mercer, now it becomes enabling. That's what it does. And it tells him that if I let him go, it's okay. It's not. He still thinks he can do whatever he wants to do.
I'm tired of coming in here and making excuses. What I've had to do is to remind myself.
Look, if you want to withdraw from that case, you can withdraw and I'll appoint him a lawyer today. I'm not letting you go. It's not fair.
Oh, Judge, I got asthma and allergies. I'm literally sweating bad. I couldn't even breathe in the house. Judge, I could not.
Stay.
No, I could never.
The defendant paints a vivid picture of hardship, breathing issues, heat, even trying to save his pet fish during the blackout. It's almost sympathetic, but here's the catch. Bond isn't about convenience, it's about compliance. The judge is clearly tired of hearing, life is hard, as justification. Should hardship ever outweigh the law, or does it just risk chaos?
I can't go nowhere else. I'm steady. I'm looking for a job. I can't find a job. It's hard. Everything is hard for me. Like literally everything is hard, Your Honor. Like
I didn't have power either. I don't have air conditioning. I have a fish that I'm trying to save by sitting there bubbling water myself, trying to keep this fish alive.
I don't have.
So we all have things that we deal with.
No, nothing. Your Honor, like I can't even charge. I barely can charge my ankle monitor. We have no power. Like literally no power.
Go somewhere else. You don't go to the house that you're forbidden.
I don't have literally, I don't have nowhere else to go. I don't have family out here. I only have one person out here, one other person out here, other than my mom. Literally.
Judge, I'm not sure why the address was an exclusion zone. There's no victim in the case. It was an unlawful carry case. I don't know. If I would have caught that, I would have asked the judge to amend that order because it's his mother's and sister's house, and there was no reason to have that on the bond conditions. I don't understand why that was.
Tell me about it, because I don't remember. It's now been so many cases and so much that I don't even remember anymore.
On the first case, Judge,
I don't know. Which case are we, because there's...
And here comes the bombshell. This wasn't just about curfew or storm survival. His past includes being caught with an AR pistol in his waistband and fleeing from police. That's why the exclusion zone was placed. Suddenly, the case shifts. This isn't just a man trying to stay cool in a hurricane. It's someone with a serious history of weapons charges. How much does that change your view?
Okay, so
Okay.
it's March 12, 2024. Officers were conducting a fugitive investigation for a wanted fugitive when they observed the defendant standing in front of an apartment in Harris County, Texas, with an AR pistol on his waistband. Rifle magazine was visible on the right side of his waist. Officers approached the defendant and instructed the defendant to come to them for their investigation. The defendant then turned and ran away 20 feet from outside to inside of his apartment and ran upstairs with the firearm still in his possession. Officers then surrounded the apartment and gave commands for the defendant to come outside, which he eventually complied with. Officers then obtained consent from the homeowner to search the apartment and located an upper receiver inside a dresser, the rifle magazine inside the dresser, and a lower receiver of the rifle in another dresser near the window. The upper receiver had a live 300 blackout round ejecting out of it.
That's the first case.
That's the first transaction. He picked up evading and unlawful carrying in a public place. The other two were evadings.
So
That's where the exclusion zone came from. I feel like I dropped the ball on that because
Even the defense attorney admits something here. Maybe the exclusion zone was poorly set up, since it blocks him from his own family's home. But here's the irony. If the restriction was unfair, the right way to challenge it was through legal channels, not by breaking it. Do you think courts should review bond restrictions more carefully? Or is it still on the defendant to follow the rules no matter what?
I would have asked the court to amend that. It's his mother's and sister's home, and I didn't feel like that was necessary for him to have it.
why did we do that in the first place, the exclusion over there? You know?
Judge, I don't believe it's something we requested because we didn't really rip anybody, since there wasn't a victim in the case.
But your mother and your sister stayed in?
Yes, my sister stayed over there.
Says he shall not go to or within 500 feet of the drive.
I don't want to make a presumption, Your Honor, but I do feel like if I had approached the DA and asked them to amend that, I don't think they would have been opposed. That's something that I should have done.
And I'm with you.
If I had done that.
And Mr. Mercer, I'm with you, but he's still out at 4 a.m. You're still going out at 4 a.m.
I was leaving the place I was at because me and my mom were panicking so much. And I had to go to went to my sister's house. You can ask my mom, you can call my sister, you can literally ask both of them. They'll tell you, literally.
The defendant leans on his mother and sister as alibis, begging the court to believe his story. But credibility in a courtroom isn't built on desperation. It's built on consistency. And after 6 violations, credibility is hard to come by. Would you believe him at this point? Or is this just another chapter in a long string of excuses?
I was hiding. I have asthma and allergies. I can't breathe. I cannot breathe.
So bring him over here. I want to talk to him then.
I can call him on the phone, over the
They've
phone.
been texting with me. They said, please have the judge call us, so.
And she's even been calling. I promise, she's even been calling here.
Bring him here. Let's talk to him Monday.
Okay.
Okay, Judge. Thank you.
Hold it to Monday.
In the interim, if it's their actual address, Judge.
And here's the twist: instead of handing down a final ruling today, the judge delays the decision. She wants to hear from his mother and sister directly. This shows just how cautious courts can be, balancing fairness with enforcement. But think about it, is the judge giving him too many chances? Or is this the system showing compassion before making a final call? So, where does this leave us? A defendant with multiple bond violations, a hurricane defense that might tug at emotions, and a judge struggling to balance compassion with accountability. On Monday, the testimony from his family could make or break his case. But here's the takeaway in the courtroom: excuses stack up fast, and patience runs out even faster. What do you think? Should this man get another chance? Or has he run out of them? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.